Looks like live on Facebook, live on YouTube. All right, guys. Give everybody a couple of minutes to get the notification. Coffee in hand, ready to go. These live streams are getting a little later and a little later. My new workout regime in the morning is paying off, though. Another 10-mile day today on the bike. So that was good. Gotta love that. And just looking forward to another great Tuesday. Another fantastic edition of TG's Morning Stream. You know it. You love it. You can't live without it. Okay. Let's get rolling. Well, as the title suggests, might get a little political today. Just been listening to these stories, and it's gotten so ridiculous. You know, I mean, I remember, and people like to forget this, but I remember, before the election, how everybody was so freaked out over what us crazy right wingers were going to do if Hillary Clinton won the election, and everybody was so absolutely certain that there was no way you could ever tamper with an election, or it was just too decentralized. And Obama said there was just no way it could happen. There was too many different points of contact. The machines are not connected to the internet, blah, 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 blah. And then, lo and behold, we had a little upset, and everybody freaked out. And it goes to kind of what I was saying the other day about you only see the world through your own eyes. The left just has completely melted down, and they've been melting down for the last year and a half. And it's just ridiculous. Now this whole this stuff is now coming out where we have potential FBI informants in the Trump campaign. The Watergate is the left's big benchmark, big watermark as far as scandal go. And that literally just pales compared to what we are seeing today. It's the difference between, when I was 4 years old, taking a lollipop from the Cam's IGA down at the grocery store and murder. That's the chasm that we've got between what happened then and what is going on now, and it is just ridiculous. I try not to. You guys, if you know me, you know I'm political. I'm probably a little to the right of Attila the Hun. I got into it the other day on Facebook with somebody about after the school shooting, and school shootings are horrific. And this cat who was arguing with me was these school shootings are ridiculous, and if we have another one, it's obscene. And I was like, no, it's already obscene that we have any of these things. It's just, and of course, my belief or defense of the Second Amendment or the Constitution is immediately flipped into, I want more dead kids, which is it's ridiculous. And when we start these kinds of conversations, I like to start with what we all have in common, because there's a hell of a lot more that we have in common than we have in difference. And all of us can agree we don't want more dead children. All of us can agree that school shootings are bad. All of us can agree that the situation is already obscene, already horrific. And another dead kid in school is appalling. It should not be. It shouldn't be happening. But the issue is, nobody seems to want to really discuss what the problem is. Nobody really wants to discuss what the solution is. and I forget his name, but that one girl from the Stoneman Douglas High School down in Florida, her dad, that was so outraged at all this and whatnot. It's like look, we need to harden the targets. We need to harden the targets. And I heard an interview on the way in this morning. I was listening to it, and it was just, this reporter was just badgering the Attorney General of Texas. Can you guarantee 100% that our kids are going to be safe? And he should have looked at her and said, "That's an absolutely asinine, insane question. Why would you even say that? Because, Miss Reporter, you can't guarantee 100% even that your kids are 100% safe all the time. I can't guarantee it. The Attorney General of Texas can't guarantee it. Donald Trump can't guarantee it. Hillary Clinton can't guarantee it. Obama can't guarantee it. Nobody can guarantee it because we live in a free society. What we can do is take some steps to make sure that we don't allow this stuff. We need mental health evaluation. We need to harden our targets. I heard somebody talking about the same interview. The badgering reporter was talking to the Attorney General of Texas, and he said, well, look at Israel in I forget when it was, a while back, but they had 22 school shooting. They had 22 dead and 65 or something injured, and they hardened the targets, and there's armed guards at every entrance. Of the school, and the reporter was like, "Well, yeah, I've spent a lot of time in Israel. I've been to Tel Aviv. I've been to schools over there. There are armed guards at the entrance points." And what I'm saying is that was here. We had that. It's like, no, we didn't have that. We didn't have that in Texas. We had 2 resource officers, and they were in the process of training some teachers. They hadn't finished the program, and then you get something as disingenuous as CNN the other day. Saying that there have been 22 school shootings this year, and they include somebody who got shot with a BB gun, and a 32-year-old man that got shot after an argument in the parking lot of a school, and a number of other situations like that. An altercation, a fight that occurred after a game or something that resulted in a shooting, and somebody got injured, not killed. These technically, I suppose, school shooting, that's a little bit broad with the term, I think. But I mean, somebody getting shot with a BB gun does not rise to the level of 8 or 10 people or 14 people losing their lives. It's not the same. And that's the thing I was trying to impart to this cat that I was battling with back and forth on Facebook. It's bad enough. A school shooting is bad enough. We don't have to inflate and lie and put out false or fake news in order to make it seem worse than it is. And because I'm an advocate of the Constitution and the Second Amendment, and I enjoy the shooting sports, and I like my guns, and I want more guns, and I enjoy going out and shooting and concealed carrying. I'm a concealed carry permit holder and a private security person, so I get all that, and I enjoy all that, and I want to do it. Doesn't mean that I want more dead kids. As a matter of fact, exactly the opposite. It means that I want to be in a position. I want to have the training. I want to be that person. If, God forbid, the situation ever arises and I have to use those skills, I'm there to do it. I'm there prepared to do it. God help us. I hope it never happens. I hope I never have to draw my weapon on anybody. But if the situation arises, I want to be one of the good guys with a gun. I want to stop it. I want to enable more people to live. My advocacy for the Second Amendment and for gun rights does not mean that I want more dead children. Exactly the opposite. And that's one of the things the left does all the time is they flip everything around. You know, white is black, black is white, good is bad, bad is good. It's just not true. And you know, the more divisive we get, the more wedges we drive between people, the more, you know, CNNs we get out there pushing a narrative that includes a BB gun shooting as a school shooting. That's not helping anything. That's not helping anyone. That's disingenuous. It's dishonest. It's a lie. And it needs to stop. Start these conversations with everything that we have in common. Start these conversations with all that we agree on, you know, and then make some changes that are actually going to have an effect, that might actually work, that might actually prevent some of these things. You know, I go to the movie theater that I go to, that I frequent, is a theater that has police officers out front and police officers inside. There is no sign on the door that says no guns allowed. I carry my weapon in there every time I go to a movie. Do I think I'm going to have to use it? No. But if the situation ever arises that I do need it, I have it. And there's police officers out front. Plain and simple. Yeah. So I told you it's going to get a little political this morning, but that's my rant for the day. Hope you guys have a great day. I know these things are getting later and later. As I said, I apologize for that. But the workout routine, I may have to increase the number of hours in my day. Let that sink in for just a moment. How do you increase the number of hours in your day? You have 24 hours a day. I have 24 hours a day. When I say increase the hours of my day, I mean I may have to get a little bit less sleep, get up a little bit earlier, and get started a little bit earlier. That's how you increase the hours in your day. If you find you don't have enough time to get done what you want to get done in the time that you are awake, then you need to be awake a little longer. So get used to sleeping a little less and accomplishing a little more. All right, guys, have a great, Tuesday. Have a great Tuesday. Thanks for watching another edition of TG's Morning Stream. And we will see you tomorrow with bells on, baby. Remember, doesn't matter whether you think you can or you think you can't. You're right.